Okay, so guys, we're gonna do a couple different things today. We are going to make a chicken, and we're gonna make some roasted beans and some potatoes, and we're gonna make a meal prep today like we do every week. This one's gonna be simple, maybe get the gut, into a little bit better situation because we've been using a lot of tomatoes and stuff lately. So let's get started. First off, I have my beef bones are going to be going at the end or in the pot right there at the base of the pot. So those are starting to get going. The other thing that we're going to be doing is filling up our container with water. I'm trying to find my water. Container. So we're gonna fill the bottom of this pretty good with water. Almost 2 liters of water. It's like 1.5 or so. If you're looking at your Instapot, or like maybe like 6 cups or so. So that's what we're gonna do first. The next thing is that of course, I have organic green beans that I got from Costco. These ones are really good. We've used these ones before. So they are getting cleaned up in the sink right now. Then we're going to take our onion and get our onion ready to go, maybe. If it doesn't roll away first. Okay. Oh, geez Louise. Just gonna sit here and yawn the whole video. We don't need to be yawning in our videos. It's been an interesting work week anyway. So let's cut this. Make sure you pick up your onion pieces so your doggo doesn't get it. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and put these into the water also. We're gonna get some garlic going. So we're gonna put, some of this is just gonna go in the bottom of the pan, and some of it is going to be used for the chicken. Garlic wrappers are so freaking sticky. That sticky. Okay. So I'm going to take my green beans, and you can do a couple different things to make kind of like more of them, or you can keep them the way that they are. You can chop them up into pieces, kind of like this, if you want to. You can chop off the ends, you know, things like that. I think this is going to be plenty, so I'm just going to throw them into the pot the way that they are. So we're gonna leave that in there. It's gonna cook all the way down. Until the water is all the way gone. The other thing that I'm going to do is I'm gonna add a little bit of garlic, actual powder. And then I'm gonna add some salt to this. Usually, this recipe has a onion powder or onion soup mix to it, but onion soup mix is so bad for you. So I am going to nix that part of the recipe because I don't like, you know, all that stuff in mine. I don't like the natural flavors and the MSG and whatever that's in there. I don't like that stuff. So you want to throw in onion soup mix, you can, but this will also like take what's the word? Take place of that. So I think I'm gonna also just add some extra water in there. Okay, I hope that's enough water. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and try to cook these guys on pressure cook. I was gonna do slow cook, but I think it'll just be faster that way. Where's pressure? And then that part will be like done. And then seal it and press start. And I don't know how long we're gonna put this in for. We're gonna do let's try like 45 minutes and see if that works, because I want them like really stringy and I want them soft. Now I'm gonna go for an hour. I lie. I'm going for an hour. Okay. Meanwhile, I got these really cool. You guys fell. I got these really cool potatoes that I'm going to be using. For my chicken also. So we're gonna do these two at the same time as the chicken. So we're just gonna wash these all off. And stick them in there to kind of rinse or whatever, water, dry, whatever the word is. couple tablespoons of some butter and stick it in here. I'm gonna soften this up with the microwave for like a couple seconds because I didn't leave it overnight. So the usual thing about chicken is that it likes like rosemary, thyme, you know, all that stuff. So I'm gonna get some rosemary and thyme ready to go. And for thyme, you go backwards on the stems. Let me go check on the butter real fast. And you know, you can do this a couple different ways to bring out more of the flavor. You can, you know, kind of like smush the oils like this. You can cut it, or you can just leave it alone. Oh, that's perfect. And then we've got our rosemary. And throw those in. And we're gonna do a little bit more garlic flavor here with some powder too. Okay, now you can stir this up with a fork. I'm gonna use my hands because this is mine. Nobody else is gonna eat this but me. And see, it's all perfect. Okay, so whoops. We're gonna get the big old sucker out here because I like to use this even though I have a roaster. I like the pan. It works really good. I'm gonna put those in the bottom. Okay. And to move this out of the way for a second here. Okay. Grab this. So we got our chicken all ready to go here. And we're just gonna give our chicken a massage. And all the drippings and stuff that come off the chicken from the butter and stuff are all gonna go into the potatoes, which is gonna make it so yummy. And then if there's any sort of like gravy or anything like that in the, or juices in the pot, we can make gravy. So we're gonna put this at 450 in the oven for like an hour. And if some of those pieces of butter get on there, that's fine too. No big deal. I'm gonna wash my hands. And I don't preheat before I stick it in. It's just something I don't do. So I usually end up just sticking this whole thing in here anyway, so that the temperature can come up with the meat. So you might have a different perspective on that, but that's how I do stuff. Sometimes they say you should put your meat out at room temperature before, you know, you cook it, like for instance on the grill and stuff. So I am going to put my stuff away because I think we're done with it, and get things like cleaned up and dishwasher ready to go and all that. And then in about an hour or so we'll have, you know, our potatoes and our green beans and everything will be done probably, and then we can make some gravy maybe or something for the potatoes if we want to, or leave them. Just depends. Maybe we'll make a rosemary and thyme like topper on that instead of the gravy, because then we don't have to use the flour. That would be an option also. So we'll kind of see what happens. I kind of like that idea instead. We might go with that. We could make some gluten-free bread if we wanted to. You know, we could do all kinds of stuff for it. But usually bread products I try to stay away from, even if they are gluten-free, because it's not really good for the waistline. So anyway, like, I have something to say because, you know, I'm a little way overweight anyway. So this will be a great meal for helping out the waistline too. So we'll see you back in a couple minutes and we'll get started. Okay, so now we're back after it being like all day, because I've been lazy all day and haven't been doing much. So we're going to start by doing our meal prep. Make sure I have all my containers ready to go. Okay, right now they have 3, so I guess we'll have to figure out where the other one went. Thought I had all 4 of them. Apparently not. Might have to do not a big one. I might put one of them. Okay, we can do that too. Okay. So I've had to still cook the beans. They're not all the way done yet. There's still liquid in there. So after the pressure cooking, I decided to go ahead and put it down. On low, and just cook it all day in the beef broth and the garlic and the onion, all that stuff. So then I have my chicken right here, all nice and crispy, and potatoes. So I put some butter already on the potatoes. So I think that's all that we're going to be doing. And just start peeling our chicken breast. roasted chicken with green beans and chicken. So nice. So yummy. Definitely a tradition, you know, low carb kind of thing. That you can make for one of your meals, prep things that, you know, getting ready for. Something definitely that I like to make. So this is what this week's meal is going to be, quick and easy. Just put my lids on. Okay, so thanks for watching today's video. I hope you guys inspired to do something wonderful in your life, no matter what it is, and inspire other people to do something wonderful in theirs. And we'll see you next time on Inspire the Simple Life. Thanks for subscribing to all my new subscribers, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Have a wonderful rest of the week.